Perfect. Perfect. Oi, galera, vocês estão nos ouvindo? Do you speak English, boy? Yeah, man, fuck you, bitch. Yeah, man. They are listening us, Kyle. What do you think about this, man?
Tá ao vivo já?
No, man, they are only listening us, but there's no pictures.
No pictures. No image.
What do you think about ball catch?
Não, para com isso, velho.
Bola gato, man. Let's go, man. Yeah. Fuck me. Fuck my ass, bitch. Mano, será que o YouTube entende isso, mano? Porque esse YouTube aqui é programado para ler coisas em português. Será que percebe palavrões em inglês? Hey, man. Do you have a small dick, boy?
Mano, tá com imagem ou não?
Agora nós temos imagens ao vivo, direto. Mano, você já parou pra pensar que nós estamos ao vivo em dois lugares ao mesmo tempo? Ou seja, eu não posso falar que estou ao vivo, o Brain Games está ao vivo nem de Timóteo e nem de Kissimi.
Como assim?
Porque nós estamos em nenhum dos dois lugares ao mesmo tempo. A gente tem que fazer uma reta e calcular a média das duas para falar onde está a média do nosso ponto de gravidade. Para falar onde nós estamos.
Olha a boca.
Oi!
Peraí que eu tô tentando...
Ah, velho, eu tô ocupado agora. É urgente?
Tiago, chegou os treinos.
Pera aí.
Hey, guys, quiet.
Depois eu fui conversar.
Hey, man! Where is Huff Diesel?
Tô esperando, ele tá falando que tá baixando um app aqui, mas... Tá
Man,
meio demorado,
I can listen only bingo. I know.
Não, guys,
I know when it's bingo and Cosmo. I know the difference.
não sabe.
I know, man. I know, man. Yeah,
Não
man.
sabe.
I know, man. I forgot how to speak Portuguese, man. I'm a fucking nigga now.
Cara, não fala isso, velho. Cara,
Depois
não
eu
fala,
corto.
velho.
Não vou falar. Eu não vou falar, não.
Não fala isso com ele aqui, velho.
Não vou falar, não, man.
Meu Deus, mano.
Relaxa, man. Meu áudio tá estourado? Eu acho que eu tô falando é alto mesmo. Melhorou? Ah, eu acho que esse áudio tá vindo de outra dimensão, pera aí. Não. Ei, man.
A gente tá ao vivo ou não tá, mano? Isso que eu quero
Tá
saber.
ao vivo, cara. Os caras estão ouvindo a gente agora, nesse
Mas
momento.
ouvindo ou vendo?
Ei, ouvindo e vendo.
Ah, porra, tamo aí então. Cara, é verdade que hoje você vai jogar Warzone comigo na Twitch?
Eu vou jogar, mano, mas hoje eu já estou indo de novo pra São Paulo.
Puta, que horas você vai pra São Paulo?
De madrugada. Mas aí hoje eu tenho reunião lá com meu sócio, tenho que treinar à noite. Nós vamos
Entendi.
quebrar a academia lá, tem que conversar
Você
com
tá em busca da novela inexplicável.
Ah, eu tô, mas os caras não estão deixando nós gravar, eu tô bucetado, velho. Daqui a pouco eu vou jogar merda no ventilador aí.
Ixi, véi. Tritas. Porra, véi, que demora pra baixar o app, man.
Mano, se tá demorando pra baixar o aplicativo, imagina pra a live. Vai ser só áudio.
Então, é isso que eu tô esperando, velho.
Ele mora nos Estados Unidos?
Mora.
Ó que os Estados Unidos tá precisando de aprender a fazer internet com o Timóteo, hein, mano.
Mas ele tá no celular, não sei se ele tá com internet Wi-Fi, se ele tá certinho.
Já vi que vai dar merda. Ai, esse gorgoloide é burro. Eu já falei, mano, meu argumento é irrefutável. Opa.
Ah, ele tá aí.
Agora você vai ter que explicar ele em inglês aí, man.
Hey, what's up, man? Are you listening? Can you hear us?
There we go. Yeah, I'm good. I can hear you.
Awesome. Can you open up your camera?
And it froze on me. Yeah.
All right, awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Where it's not open. Video.
Awesome. Lindo.
There we go.
The video here is loading for me. O Marcos, tá vendo o vídeo dele ou não?
Oh.
I don't know why. The video is still loading.
On my end.
Yeah, does it show up for you? How are you, man? How are you feeling? Good?
Yeah, I'm good. Just sneezing a lot before I hopped on here.
Oh, yeah, that sucks, bro.
Allergies, yeah.
Yeah, I feel ya. The winter gets my lips like chapped as hell. I fucking hate it. Yeah, your image is still not showing here. Do you want to try again with the
Yeah,
camera?
I can turn it off and turn it on.
Oh yeah, good. All right. I mean, if you want, you can flip your phone horizontal, so it's just better for the viewers. Yeah, awesome, bro. Thank you very much. All right, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna introduce in Portuguese, and then we'll start. All right, sounds good.
All right. Yeah.
Bom, galera, começando... Peraí, deixa eu fazer direito. Fala, meus queridos Brain Gamers, começando mais um episódio aqui do podcast Brain Games. Vamos estar entrevistando hoje aqui Terence Ruffin, top 2 do Mr. Olympia, da Classic Physique. Espero que vocês gostem. Vai ser em inglês aqui ao vivo, obviamente, mas depois dá até para vocês traduzirem a própria live lá, né? A gente pode colocar legendas pelo YouTube e os cortes vão sair com legenda já, beleza? Então é isso aí, vou começar... E qualquer coisa eu traduzo aqui no meio, alguma coisinha que ele falar que for interessante, for importante. Mas é isso aí. What's up, Terence? How's it going, man? We're starting the podcast. Bro, first of all, just introduce yourself. Say a little bit about you. How old are you? Your name, because a lot of people think your name is Ruff Diesel, you know. Especially in Brazil, they see they think like Andre is like Luck Libra, you know. But just tell them a little bit about yourself.
I am Terence Ruffin. People call me Ruff. I am 27 years old. Started bodybuilding about 8 years ago when I was 19. And
oh, dang. You started like kind of late, you know, for Most guys. Yeah, that's cool.
I guess. You look at Phil. Phil started, after college, so
That's
20,
true.
22. But yeah. So I started at 19, did my first show, and yeah. But after that, job wise, I haven't had a whole lot of jobs. I was in the military for most of my adult life.
Dang, cool,
Worked as
man. That's awesome.
an avionics tech, and then um, I turned pro while I was serving, and then once my contract's up, I started bodybuilding full time. So um,
That's
yeah, that's what I
crazy.
do now.
Hi.
Yeah,
So, how have you been able to support yourself through bodybuilding since the beginning?
oh, that's cool. 'Cause no one ever thinks about that. Yeah. So yeah, competing doesn't make. There's very few people that can survive off just doing shows alone.
Hmm. Exactly.
Most bodybuilders have to find something. Um, whether it's like YouTube, coaching, sponsorships or whatever. I make most of my money through coaching people. Um,
That's awesome.
yeah, yeah. Some people I've been getting a little bit more into YouTube, but that takes a little time. So uh, been working on that pretty much this past couple months. And
Yeah, I feel like everybody wants to know about the pro lives, like how
yeah,
you guys train, how you guys do everything, and none of you really show that. Like some of you guys were doing it, like Dexter Jackson, we're doing like some really cool videos. Christian
hmm
Bumstead is doing a really good job, and we see the Instagram, we see the pictures, but we want to see like day to day.
more.
What does this guy wake
Yeah,
up and eat? And it's so simple. Like I,
yeah,
I I know that you guys might think like it's stupid, right? But it's something so simple that if you post it, bro, people will watch it. People, you gain
okay.
that following for sure. So I mean, I just let's start with, like way back, right? So when you started bodybuilding, we were 19 years old. What got you into bodybuilding? Like, what was the thing that made you like want to pursue this kind of sport, this kind of career? Or like it just
No,
to step in the gym for the first time?
okay. So I joined the military at 17, and I wanted to do like special forces, so I was training for that. In about 6 months or so, and then I ended up not making it through. And while I was waiting for my new job, I started working out. I gained muscle pretty quickly. I gained about 10 pounds in a month, and it was a pretty solid 10 pounds. And
Dang.
then one of my friends was like, "You should look into bodybuilding." So I went to the grocery store and I picked up a bodybuilding magazine and I saw Dexter Jackson on the cover.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was like, "Oh, it's cool. I wanna give this a shot." So that's kind of how I started, just kind of lifting. Someone tell me about it, and yeah, it wasn't anything too crazy.
But why did you decide to start like competing? I mean, you gained 10 pounds, like that's awesome progress for the first month.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you probably saw potential. People saw your genetic potential. Did someone tell like, bro, you gotta compete? Or is that something that you decided to do based on the magazines that you were like reading and seeing the guys like Dexter Jackson and stuff?
So again, yeah, I gained the 10 pounds. Then my friends told me you should look into bodybuilding, and from there I went and looked at that magazine I told you about, and from looking at that, that's how I decided
Mano, eu não
it
tô
was like,
boiando,
Hmm.
não, velho. Ele está falando aqui de quando ele
Okay, that's
começou
awesome.
no,
Who's your
no,
yeah,
no
biggest
bodybuilding e tal.
inspiration in
Começou a treinar
bodybuilding?
com
Like,
19
what was
anos.
the guy that when you
E ele
started
ganhou 10 pounds aí no primeiro
made you
mês, ou
want
seja,
to pursue
mais ou
this
menos
the
uns
most?
4
Like,
quilos aí,
I
basicamente, de
want to be
massa
like this
magra no
guy.
primeiro mês e tal.
after
Então presta
Dexter,
atenção,
because I
caralho.
watched some YouTube stuff on Dexter, and I like Dexter, but he didn't really talk too much during his video, so I wasn't really able to learn a lot. So I found Kai Green pretty soon after that, and he was really good at explaining his workouts and stuff. And
True.
then I started to see his posing and stuff after that sometime soon, and that was the guy that kind of really, really got me into it after Dexter.
Like Kai
Yeah,
Green. So were you
yeah.
were you disappointed when he stopped competing?
Nah, I don't really need Kai Green to compete to like him, you know.
That's true. That's true.
It
I
doesn't
mean,
bother me.
yeah, because a lot of people, a lot of fans were like, "Oh man, I wanted to see him win the Olympia." Um,
Yeah.
do you think he made the right move, like with just going to like following another path in his career because he's doing pretty well for himself?
Yeah, it depends on what you want out of life. I mean,
Ele tá perguntando pra ele se
I
ele
wouldn't say he
acha que
made
o
a
Kai
bad
Green
choice.
fez
He's
certo
still,
quando ele
Você tá
parou de
muito.
hey, doing really
competir
well.
e foi dedicar às outras
But
coisas.
if his goal was to be Miss Olympia, then yeah, he made a bad choice. But if his goal is just to be successful and make money, then he's doing that just fine.
Yeah, that's true, man. I get it. And tell me about like your first shows. When was your first show? How old were you? And what did you compete in? I don't think the classic category was still around when you first started.
No.
Tá
So
perguntando
I
quando ele
turned pro
começou
in
a
bodybuilding,
competir
so
e no
it was
começo
just
ele não
bodybuilding.
não existia Classic
Our
Physique
first
ainda, né? Foi 10 anos
show was in
atrás.
2013, and
Yeah.
I did two categories. I did the open and I did the teenager division. And I got
Tá
second in
falando
the
que quando ele
teenager
começou a
class,
competir foi em
and I got last
2013,
in the
duas
open.
categorias, a
Oh,
primeira
And
damn.
vale 2 e a outra eu não entendi.
Yeah,
Out of how
yeah,
many
yeah.
guys?
It wasn't many. It was only 5, so I got fifth.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
I mean, at least you're being honest. You're being like, you didn't say I got top 5. You said like I got 5th. I mean, I got
Oh, I
last.
think I don't mind it, man. Like a lot of people, they get, especially your first show. It doesn't really matter how well you do.
Mhm.
Yeah, it doesn't really embarrass me. I keep the trophy like right over here. That's like I got 3 trophies out. I got and most of the 2 I got the Arnold Classic trophy I have out. I have one from El Salvador, and then I have one more from that 5th place trophy I got.
Dang, man. So what were the biggest flaws in your physique back then that made you like you got last? What was the critiques back then?
Just too small and then not lean enough. A little bit of everything.
How much did
Yeah.
you weigh back then? Do you remember?
I weighed 144, I believe. 144, if I'm not mistaken. 144 pounds.
Dang. How tall are you?
5'5".
Okay. And how much do you weigh now on stage?
170. I weighed in at 173, so about 30 pounds heavy.
Okay, I mean that's solid improvement, man. Because it's not just the weight, it's not just the scale. People get attached to the scale too much, and they don't look at themselves in the mirror and be like, hey, dude, this doesn't look good, like I gotta improve this. It's not about the size either. It's not how much you measure your bicep, it's the whole thing, the proportion, especially classic physique. You gotta have the silhouette, like the like looking good. And I think you do that pretty well. And dude, you're doing amazing things for yourself. Like this last year, you got top 2 Arnold Classic, top 2 Mr. Olympia. Like, my question is, I don't really remember how did you place in 2019?
I only did one show in 2019. I did Niagara Falls Pro Show in November, and I won that. Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. Oh, so you weren't really competing that much back before last year.
I took 2019 contest season off. And the contest season is from basically like March, so the Arnold's to start, so March, and then it ends in August. That's like a contest season. Every show after August is for that following year. So
True.
Yeah.
You decided to do that based on like critiques that you needed to get bigger or anything like that, or were personal things in your life, or didn't want to compete?
I mean, I don't even really ask the judges too many questions. I already know what I need to do. But yeah, me and my coach at the time, we pretty much after 2018 showing at the Olympia, I got 9th. We decided to take that following year off.
Okay, makes sense. I mean, you just wanted to come back for the title, like any other pro mindset guy. Because that's what I keep saying, like people chase the pro card, they don't chase the pro body, the pro physique, the pro mindset, and that's what I think most people are lacking. You talked about your coach. Who's your coach currently?
Currently, it's John Meadows, the Mountain Dog.
Yeah, he's awesome. I like him a lot. Does your work? How is his diet and training? I know you like probably can't say everything in detail, but just I mean, gives us a glimpse of how does you work with athletes that you think might be different than people might think. Like, what does he do? Does he have any kind of strategies that you think are like something new that you learned with him? Like, what did you learn with him?
Well, I guess he changes a lot less stuff than most people. Like I eat the same foods I eat all, prep, peak week. That's the biggest thing. A lot less changes. I don't have any like crazy foods the night before. I'm not like eating a whole bunch of food backstage. It's literally I eat like for the Olympia every single day. Like I normally eat at like 8 o'clock, 8, 9 o'clock. So I did that on the contest day, and then I didn't eat again because the show was that morning. So I only ate one
So
meal.
you have one meal, and after prejudging, did you have anything else?
Yeah, like normal. I eat after my training. So I normally train around the same time the show was. So I had my meal after I competed. I had another meal 2.5 hours later, and I had another meal like 2.5 hours later, and then I got back on stage.
And those meals are like what rice, chicken. You said you don't eat anything like I didn't get that part.
Yeah.
What you say, like risey foods, processed foods.
Crazy,
Oh, okay,
crazy stuff or fast foods. No, I
okay.
just ate. Yeah, I ate. I mostly did cream of rice, but rice is fine too. I could have did rice, but
Do
I
you
did.
get protein into on carb up day or no protein at all?
Yes, protein. So same meals as normal. So I had
Okay,
my cream of rice, and I chose beef to eat, and
gotcha.
yeah, so nothing different. Yeah, so it's pretty pretty boring.
Yeah,
Water intake for this show, I didn't do anything different. I normally drink about 5 liters. I drank 5 liters the day of the show. Well, I didn't drink. Well,
throughout
yeah,
the day, right?
yeah,
Throughout
throughout the day.
and
Yeah.
before,
So
like you didn't cut water.
no, yeah, we had to cut water just to make weight. It wasn't to look better. It's just because I need to make a weight limit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And so you usually eat the same foods every single meal throughout your prep, or it's just like the same foods
No.
every day?
Neither. I am pretty flex. I'm a flexible dieter, so I mean, I could eat the
Oh,
same foods every day.
wait!
Yeah.
I gotta stop you there because I'm like me. I was the first guy to talk about flexible dieting in Brazil. Not really the first,
Yeah.
but the first one to like bring this content to YouTube and really show people like you can do this. I was a pro natural bodybuilder, so like I used to like get really lean with flexible dieting, and nobody would believe. Like they were like, "Oh, that's bullshit, man! Like this diet's for people that don't know how to diet, that don't know how that they don't want to suffer, like and stuff like that." And I'm like, it's not about suffering; it's about being smart. Like work smart.
Yeah.
Like and so how do you do your flexible dieting? How flexible is your diet? Do you count macros, or do you just like change like
Um,
rice for oatmeal or something like that?
yeah. So I mean, I'm pretty conservative, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I mean, yeah, if I don't want rice a certain day, I could do sweet potatoes or cream of rice or, like you said, oatmeal. It's not a big deal
Mm-hmm.
to me. Switching stuff out like that. Protein sources, I try to keep the fat content pretty similar. So like, if I don't want chicken, I may do turkey. Every now and
Gotcha.
again, like some type of fish. If it's
Mm-hmm.
beef, I'll switch out beef for like salmon a lot of times. Or
Salmon's
like,
great.
yeah. So I mean, that's kind of what I normally do with that. Like,
So you don't eat anything that's not considered like clean.
yeah, for the most part, I keep it pretty clean.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I mean, I like to have fruits in my diet too. So a lot of times I throw in some fruit to kind of offset things too. So I know a lot of people don't like to eat fruit in prep or whatever, but I
Yeah.
don't mind that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No,
try to keep it in as
fruit's
long as
great.
possible.
What kinds of fruit do you like during your
Mostly
prep?
berries, man. Mostly
Berries,
berries.
like with the
I tried
oatmeal.
a new one the other day, like yeah, in the oatmeal or cream of rice. I like to do that. Uh, Sometimes I even do like a parfait. So
Okay.
like yogurt, you mix in some protein, some Greek yogurt,
Mm-hmm.
some protein. You throw the fruit on top and then some granola on top of that.
Gotcha. And how much cardio do you do during your prep?
This one was weird. I didn't need to do any cardio really. I did cardio maybe
Dang,
5 or 10 times. I
that's
feel like
crazy.
I tell people, man, each and every show I've done, I've had to do less cardio. I feel like one day I'll just be like Dexter
Do you think that's
and
just because
Dexter.
of your muscle maturity and stuff? Like your
You know,
metabolism's picking up?
I guess so. You know, be- I talked to John about it. He thinks it's just because I stay leaner in the off season.
Mm.
I don't know if that's the case, man. It might be, but
Hmm.
but I know, and that's true. I do stay a little bit leaner each and every year. I get a little bit tighter, put on a little
Hmm.
bit less fat. But I don't know, man. I don't have an explanation besides that
But how
because I
much
mean,
do
I
you?
first,
Sorry, you can keep going.
when I first started, I would do 2 sessions of 45 minutes, and half of it would be hit cardio, and
Mm.
then the following year, 2017, I did that once a day, so 45 minutes once a day. Half of it was hit.
Okay.
Then 18, no hit, maybe by the end of it, no hit cardio, still maybe 30, 45 minutes. 2019, 45 minutes only 4 times a week. And this time, yeah, no cardio. So it's
And
been
and,
slowly
and
like
when you
dropping.
when you did cardio, did you used to do like fasted or it doesn't matter to you?
I did fasted up until I learned it didn't really matter all that much.
Gotcha.
I like to experiment, so like I kind of slowly tried a lot of the stuff I do now.
Hmm.
But I did fast it up until 2018, and once I got in 2018, I kind of did it whenever I felt like it, and no one noticed any difference. So
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I get it. Like I tell that to people all the time too. Doesn't really matter, like you need to be in a caloric deficit, and
mhm,
the minor changes that happen throughout the day, your body will balance it out. So if you
yeah,
use more fat and faster cardio, you will use less fast fuel during the rest of the day, and so don't worry about those details that much, because people like they treat those things like religion. It's crazy. But
yeah, you're right.
um so how much do you eat though? Like, cause you didn't do any cardio. Do you still like? Do you think you are one of those guys that have to diet really hard to get lean, or do you still eat pretty well for a guy your size?
I feel like it's been pretty easy, man. Like honestly, nowadays, like I said again, when I was younger, it was hard. I had to diet on a lot less calories, but this time, it was pretty easy up until I mean, I didn't feel like I was prepping until maybe the last 2 or 3 weeks with the diet. We got down to 30, 150, so
Oh
180
damn.
grams of carbs, 180 grams of carbs a day.
Okay. So you feel like you're eating? Do you know how many calories on average?
Calories might have been around 2,000 to 2,500.
Okay,
I
that's not
know,
bad at
the
all.
macros. Macros, he keeps
Mhm.
them pretty. Protein, he keeps pretty high. So
How much
like
protein?
300, like 300
300.
grams, and fats would have been maybe like 50 or 60.
Yeah, that's
Top of my
pretty.
head,
It's
yeah.
pretty standard from what I know from pro guys. You guys eat a lot
Yeah.
of protein. I mean, keeps you, like the satiety in check. Like keeps you guys
Mm.
pretty full and stuff. And I mean, you need it. Like you're all muscle, so you definitely need that shit. uh, so I mean, I think it's safe to say that you're like currently one of the best posers in the IFBB, right? Uh, and you've been like complimented by so many like guys in this industry. Like people are really noticing that, and I think it's awesome because I was saying that I think the posing routine should be judged, should be accounted in the score, and that would like change a lot of things in bodybuilding. It will make you more interesting in my opinion, right? And I think it's crazy how well you do it and how much like you can see that you have passion for it. So how did you learn how to pose so well? did someone teach you? Did you look up at videos of the golden era guys and were trying to copy them, or did you just wanted to like make your own poses? Where does that passion come from?
Comes from everywhere. Yeah. So I learned everything pretty much myself from my posing routines. I've watched a lot of guys. Kai was kind of the first guy I saw that I saw. Like, oh wow, I can do like different stuff on stage. From there though, I kind of looked at a lot of old school guys. So like Lita Bradas, definitely. Uh, Bob Paris, Francis Benfato, Muhammad Makali, guys like that. I started to
Mhm.
look at as well. These last two shows though, I just kind of like before I used to look at a lot of their routines when I was making mine. Now I just kind of do my own thing. I don't really look at a lot of posing routines online. I just kind of do
Mhm.
what I like and do what I want to do. And I even outside of bodybuilding, I kind of draw inspiration from whatever it may be, like martial arts or anime, different things like that. I can also like help and incorporate in my routines too. Yeah, or even
Uh,
just like normal dancing. Yeah.
that's cool, man. And like you're self taught, and so besides you, who do you think is the best poser out there right now?
There's a lot of guys that are good. I think a lot of it's with preference, what you like more, But I think,
Mhm.
obviously Sergio Oliva, Pete Hardwick from Australia. Obviously, people love Breon and Keon. They're both good posers as well.
Cool.
And yeah, I think those are some of the best guys on the pro stage right now.
That's awesome. So you talked about Breon, right? Um,
Mhm.
and I don't think like coming like into this Olympia, nobody was expecting Breon in third place, right? So you're the like a
Yeah,
wild card there, uh, and which was awesome, and I was really happy for you. I mean, a little bit sad for Breon because I mean I think he's
yeah.
an amazing athlete as well, but I like to see the changes, And what were you? I mean, I know you go into that stage to win, right? But
Yeah.
what were you expecting out of this Olympia? Like realistically, before show day, what were you thinking? Like, I'm gonna go there, and I mean, I'm gonna get at least top four, top three, top five, or like I can break into that top two. What were you thinking?
Honestly, I was thinking I would probably I could get as high as third this year or last year. Um, Anywhere from third to fifth. You know, um, I knew I was gonna be in that area.
Hmm.
Yeah, I didn't expect second at all. Yeah.
No, but like after prejudging, what were
Oh,
you still
after
thinking
prejudging.
that you could
No,
get
I kind of
second?
knew.
You kind of
No,
knew.
yeah, I mean, a couple people talked to me because obviously I can't see what's happening, while I'm up there.
Yeah, yeah.
But my coaches, Joe and John, they were there. They told me they thought I could. They was pushing Breon, and then another guy I respect a lot named Dave Khaled. He's been in the sport for a while. He told me the same thing. He said he talked to the judges, and they said they're looking at me. You know, that it's a close one between me and Breon. So I kind of knew
Dang.
then. Yeah.
That's awesome. So you went to that finals like just just like I feel like the adrenaline was really high right there. And so you were expecting like between third and fifth, you got second. How does that impact your career from now on? Do you think that like did that change anything as far as sponsors, as far as like the industry looking at you? Do you feel like you're gonna get more opportunities that way, or do you think it doesn't really matter? You're just gonna keep working and things will happen.
No, it definitely makes a difference. Sure, I got one new sponsor this past week, JP Clothing, which is pretty cool.
Hmm.
First first paid clothing sponsorship. That's nice.
That's awesome, man.
Uh,
Congrats.
yeah, yeah. But other than that, man, I think it just gave a lot more people a chance to see what I can do. Um, because there's some guys that have placed really high, and once people like look at their page and look at their YouTube or whatever, they kind of lose interest, you know. I think the biggest thing was it gave it. I was able to like kind of show people my posing who may not have seen it. Like I got probably around 50 or 1,000 new followers that said they never seen like my posing routines and stuff like that.
50,000?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's funny to think, man.
Dude, that's insane, bro.
Because I went from like 20, I feel like 27,000 to 30. I'm at 33 right now. 33.
Dude, that's awesome.
So I think that was the biggest thing. And once, you know, yeah, I see all the time people, because I look at when I do interviews and YouTube stuff, I look at like the comments, and a lot of it's like, yeah, man, I didn't know this guy, or, you know, oh man, it's cool. I never watched anything from him before. Or, yeah.
Because I mean, 2000, like you said, 2019, you really didn't show yourself that much on
yeah,
the stages,
yeah.
you know. So now you just came out of nowhere, like out of nowhere. Okay, I'm not making you look bad, but like out of nowhere, and then you just go and get second, like the two biggest shows. So definitely gonna get a lot of eyes on you, bro. And do you feel the pressure? Like, do you feel like, bro, I have a lot of people looking at me now. I gotta, you know, push out good content. I gotta engage those people. I gotta represent, or, you know.
I don't feel pressure, because it's stuff I've been wanting to do for a while. I'm just now in the spot where I can kind of do more of it. You know, it kind of sucks because, you know, of COVID, because I like to travel a lot too. So I would be doing a lot of travel right about now if I could, just to see fans and do seminars and stuff. But no, I don't really feel pressure. I'm just excited to be able to do more and
For
be
the
able
sport.
to,
Be an ambassador and stuff. I mean, that's the dream, right? For any athlete, you know, to just travel the world, bro, and get to know the fans, get to know the people. That's awesome, man.
You know, a lot of people don't like to do it, man. A lot of people don't like to travel. I found out.
The pros,
it's crazy. Yeah. I noticed a lot of the big guys, they don't like to travel because they say like flying's uncomfortable, like because it's so big. And then some people just don't like getting out their routine. I noticed, man. Like anything that kind of throws them off, they don't like
but see, that's the thing that I think that's just a shot in the foot. You know, like you shoot yourself in the foot, because that people want to know you, people want to see you, and like the moment you shake their hand, you look in their eyes, be like, bro, thank you for the support. You know, like you say their name, man. They're gonna remember you forever. They're gonna like treat you differently. Like on social media, they're gonna start commenting on your pictures more. They're gonna start liking, because they're gonna remember, both that guy, like he shook my hand. I saw that guy. He's a really cool dude. Like, you know, and that makes a difference. People, like you said, people lose interest after a while, because I mean, you guys all look amazing, and you're all always posting amazing pictures of yourself. So it's kind of unrealistic to normal people. You know, they're like, oh, bro, I'm never gonna look like that. But when you start getting close to them like that, like shaking their hands or like replying to DMs and stuff like that, then you start engaging your audience, and then like you're gonna get like that crazy support, you know, that's gonna make a difference, and you're not gonna depend on winning all the titles to like survive, you know, like you're gonna be able to monetize your audience in a whole nother level. And I think that's just how you need to do it if you're in the sport or any sport.
Yeah, man, I agree, man. I think honestly, man, I think especially as a Mr. Olympia, you should be traveling and meeting fans. I wish, this is just a dream of mine, that like the top 5 at the Olympia, they just put them on a salary, and then they just schedule their year. Like, okay, you know, Chris, you go here, here, and here. Ruffin, you go to these countries here and promote the sport. You know, Breon, you go here. And so we can, you know, everyone would benefit. You know, the shows would benefit. You know, the amateurs would the pros would benefit from that, from being able to see new fans. The amateurs would love it. Everybody, I don't see a downside, man.
That's the best idea I've heard. like ever. Like that's awesome. I
Yeah.
never thought about it, but that's amazing idea.
Mhm.
Like and talking about that, since you said that, do you think the prize money for the classic is fair? Do you think it should be higher?
I definitely think it should be higher, man. Honestly, I know like I'm real, man. I know classic guys have a big following. Like like I got a bigger following than some of the bodybuilders out there.
Mm-hmm.
But it is true when they say bodybuilders do have more people that actually come see them at shows.
Mm-hmm.
That's truth. I could see it just from the people in
Yeah.
attendance, you know. But um, I will say that we deserve more than like I think Chris got 30 grand. We deserve more than we got less than 10% of what the big guys make. And we got actually the lowest out of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
We got
Yeah.
less than bikini, figure, women's league, all of it. We got the least
Yeah, and
amount.
I don't know, but I think the classic is like it's. I mean, most people now are starting to pay attention in classic, from my point of
Mhm.
view, because it's the more realistic category. It's like classic is how every guy in the gym want to look like a classic guy, right?
Yeah.
Like a few of them want to look like the open, and I feel like the thing with the open is like you chase the classic and you're not satisfied. You want more and more, and if you have the
Yeah.
genetic potential, you go there, right? But most
Agree.
people don't have that genetic potential,
Mhm.
so they go for the classic because it's like, dude, everybody want to look like Chris Bumstead, right? Like you ask any dude out there, they want to look like Chris Bumstead. And I think from that point of view, it's gonna bring a lot more people in. A lot of people that were not interested in bodybuilding at all are gonna start looking at bodybuilding differently. You know?
I think too, classic is if they wanted to reach a bigger audience, like you said, they wanted to reach, more people and be more mainstream. Classic is gonna be the route to do that
Mm-hmm.
in, you know. Um, what else? I feel I was gonna say something else, but yeah, I definitely think. Oh yeah, money wise, yeah, I think if we got around like 80 grand for first place, I think that would be pretty. I think that's
That'll
a
be
pretty good
fair.
start.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you,
So
man. Like about 20%, right? What the big
mhm,
guys are getting. Okay,
yeah.
yeah, makes more sense for sure. So coming out of this, Mr. Olympia, you said that you don't really like go after the judges because you know what you need to work on. So what do
Mhm.
you and your coach, John Meadows, are looking to improve on for next year? Like
Basically,
what
the
is lacking
same.
in your physique to beat CBUM? Let's put it that way.
Basically, the same thing that's always been my weakness. I need more size, mostly in the upper body, a little bit in the hamstrings, especially in the arms. And that's what I've been working on. I've been working on that since I started, and I'm still working on it now. Yeah,
Okay,
so I think that's the main thing. Honestly, man, like when you talk to judges, a lot of times they'll tell me stuff like that's when I used to talk to judges, they'll just say, "Oh, get bigger." I'm like, "Oh, I know
Mhm.
that." I mean, I think a good pro should understand what they need to work on, or get better at. Um, it's very rare that someone, a person shouldn't recognize that.
Mhm.
And then a lot of times, man, so they'll tell you that, or the judges will tell you a whole bunch of different things. So that's kind of a cool reason to talk to judges, I guess. But it
Gotcha.
can be good and bad because you talk
Yeah.
to five different judges, you may get five different answers,
True,
and
true,
that can
true.
confuse somebody. Yeah, I mean, I've
Mhm.
only told like at the Arnold I did talk to two. One said I was, good. The other one said I need to work on my back. So
Mm. Do you
yeah.
think your back is up? Because you said more size on arms and hamstrings and upper body. Do you think the back is it's a big issue, like the judge said? Not a big issue, but like it's the main point that you need to work on.
No, definitely not. My back isn't really. I wouldn't call my back a weakness.
Hmm.
Um, like I said, I just think it's mostly my arms is
Okay.
what the judges usually say. A
And
little bit of hamstrings. Yeah.
what did you have that you think made you beat Breon? Like what did you have that was superior to him that the judges saw it this year that made you got second this time? Like I don't know.
Um,
You got my question.
yeah, yeah. So I was listening to Breon. He did an interview. He thinks I beat him from the back and with my quads, is from what somebody was telling me.
Okay.
And I listened. Some of the judges said I just was a bit tighter at finals. That's why, because I only beat him by 1 point. It wasn't like I, beat him by a lot. I barely scratched by. And then, from what I understand, it was at the night show. So I came back a little bit tighter at the night show, and that's why I ended up beating him there. So that's kind of what they told me when I heard from people. Yeah.
And what titles are you looking to pursue besides the Mr. Olympia in bodybuilding? Are you one of those guys that want to be like Dexter Jackson and win all the titles there are there, or are only focusing on the Mr. Olympia for now?
For now, I mean, I would love to win I would love to have all the titles like Dexter. Eventually, I don't think I'll ever have as many wins as him. It took him. I want to say 17. I was looking at it yesterday. I think it took him 18 or 19 years to get all those. I think it's like he started in 97. So whatever 97 is to this year is how long it took him to win. But it's like 40 wins. I don't think I'll be competing that long, to be honest with you. I don't know.
Do you plan on retiring? Like, do you have this? I mean, I don't know, because you're pretty young, right? You're 27.
Yeah.
So, when do you think you're going to retire? Like, are you going to go until you win the Mr. Olympia? Are you going to be like, I'm 35, I should be good?
I think, if I'm 35, so that's another 8 years. 35, I'll probably be retired. But I feel like Eddie Hall, I like Strongman as well. I like watching their shows. Eddie Hall won his one World's Strongest Man and retired. I kind of feel like I would do that too.
Really? Like if you win the Olympia, you're gonna be like, I think I'm good now.
Yeah, I am doing that. But I don't know, man. Right now, I like it. I enjoy it. So I keep doing it until it stops being fun, I guess, or I stop doing what I wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel like when you're in prep that the bodybuilding, you start like lacking a little bit of that passion? You start feeling more like work?
Yeah, it's definitely a bit of work, man, to be honest with you. Like for me, there's some bodybuilders that can just be a bodybuilder and it's fine. Like I talked to Nick Walker, he lives a little bit down the road from me. That's all he does right now. He just wakes up, eats, trains, sleeps. That's it.
Lives and breathes,
which is nice. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that would be nice, but 99% of people don't get that option, even the pros. So, I have to think about my coaching business. I have to think. I'm got an interview at the bank for some bank stuff with my business, and then I gotta get my payroll set up because I want to hire some other coaches. So I gotta think of stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Get the nice, like, let me pull it over here. I gotta get like all the fancy like cameras and stuff and learn about camera stuff. I gotta I gotta do stuff like that. Yeah. So it's a lot of stuff. Bodybuilders, you have to learn a little bit about a lot. So like I gotta learn about business. I have to learn about marketing. You gotta learn about nutrition. You have to learn about tons of stuff, man.
So today, even being a top 2 athlete, most of your income still comes from your business or comes from sponsors? Okay.
Business,
so
yeah.
You gotta support yourself still.
Yeah. I've been, so like, with that being said, I got into most of my contracts before I was doing well. I got into my contracts back when I took that time off, so I didn't have a lot of like, I don't know what the word is, but I didn't have a lot of like reason for them to pay me more, at the time. So probably when I renegotiate my contracts, I'll get paid a lot more. But I still think I'll probably still be making more from coaching than from my contracts forever.
I mean, that's good, man. It's good to have that thing because like a lot of guys don't, and when they lose their sponsors, they lose their money. They gotta figure it out,
So that's the thing too, man. I've been doing this, like I said, for 8 years now. At one point, when I first left the military, I was solely relying on the sponsorship, and then that sponsorship said they're going to pay me less, and then I was in trouble. And I'm like, I never want to be reliant on like another person like that ever again, you know. Just because that
Exactly.
stuff never lasts, you know. You never know how long it's going to last.
Exactly. I tell my followers that all the time. Like I have sponsors, but dude, I don't rely on them. You know, like to me, I feel like they're a bonus.
Yeah.
Every day I try to work on my business, on making more money through my image alone, right? And I have like a lot of info products, you know, like digital products, like ebooks and stuff, like flexible dieting, all that stuff. And that's like literally, I don't know, 60-70% of my income or even more. And I see a lot of guys that they're like get in the media and they gain a lot of followers real fast, hyped up, and they get sponsors, right? Like a month, 2 months in the media, but then like, right, they got the followers super fast, so they can't really make those followers loyal yet. They haven't been following him that much, you know. They just saw something that was interesting, but like I said, they're gonna lose interest fast if you don't keep them engaged. So like in 2-3 months, they're broke, you know. They get rich, they get broke real fast. So I keep telling, like, work on your image, man. Work on like generating value for your audience. You know, why are they following? Are they following just because you look pretty? I mean, that's not enough value for them to like really keep, like, use your coupon on your sponsor, like buy your ebook, you know. You got to give them that knowledge. That's something that helps them, and they'll be thankful for you, you know, like, oh man, that guy really helped me like lose weight or motivated me to like be a better athlete or whatever. And I think that what you're doing, like investing in cameras, investing on YouTube, like we just saw your video. My friend was pulling up your video right here. It looks amazing. Like the quality is phenomenal. So you're doing a great job already. You know, you just got to keep working. And with YouTube, like I have 1.6 million on YouTube. You just got to be consistent, right? You just, because I see a lot of guys starting and then stopping, and they post a video like every 3 months. And I mean, that's cool and all. And I know it's hard because you guys have busy lives, but it's what I tell people is like, don't think about creating, just document, right? You're an athlete. People just want to see your life. Document, like you're eating. I mean, it might not look that cool to you, but like, bro, people want to see it. I just trust me, you know. And you can monetize the hell out of it, you know. So just enjoy while you're at the top. That's what I tell people, because it's a slippery slope when you're in the internet, you know. Like everything can go like down in seconds, so you got to be careful.
Never know, man.
Yeah. So what are your goals like in bodybuilding? Like we already talked about, you wanted to retire and stuff, like you might win one, but like right now, today, what is your biggest goal in bodybuilding, and what is your biggest goal as far as your career goes? Like, do you want to just do the coaching business? Do you want to build a gym? Do you want to start a supplement company? Do you have any of those dreams?
I don't know, man. I know my biggest dream in bodybuilding is just to bring as many people to bodybuilding as I can. And that's through my posing. So like I had a lot of plans to do some cool routines outside of bodybuilding stages, like some shows on TV, some art expos I had planned, but you know, COVID kind of put that on hold, so I couldn't do any of that. But that's my biggest thing. I always think about this one picture, Arnold, like he's like posing at an art show on like that little round table. And I want to do something like that one day. So that's my biggest goal. But outside of that, man, like, you know, I kind of had to match that goal with like, because I mean, honestly, like winning the Olympia within itself isn't a big deal for me. But I kind of I kind of put in my head, okay, if I win the Olympia, then I can reach my other goal. So the winning the Olympia is my goal, but it's for me to reach more people and be able to show more people what bodybuilding is about. So those are my biggest goals. competition wise, yeah.
And business wise.
Business wise, I don't know. I probably will. So first, I want a coaching team. That's what I want to do first. I just tell people my 5-year plan or whatever.
So your coaching right now is just you? You're the only coach?
It's
or
just
you
it's just me.
It's a lot of
So
work, I bet.
I'm about at my max now too with clients. So now I'm gonna start looking for some people to bring under me.
Mhm.
I was looking at one guy right now just for lifestyle clients.
Mhm.
So I definitely want to build a team. And I know a lot of people they get weird about, I guess, influencers having with coaching because is that person really coaching them or this or that? I
Mhm.
never want to do one of those because there's things out there where people pretend to be you
Mhm.
and the people coach them. I never want to do anything like that. What I want, I want to be completely like open. Like, hey, if you want to work with me, you work with me. But here are about 5 or 10 people under me that are know a lot.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I want to do. Then I think maybe like an app or something after that where I can provide a lot of content that way.
Do you,
And after that, go ahead.
no, you can finish.
I kind of like the way JP, if you know JP out in the UK, he's done it. He's done the app, then he's also has his supplement business now, which is pretty cool. And then, so that's kind of the route I want to take. Like a coaching team, then an app, and
Mhm.
then a supplement company maybe. Also,
Do you,
I had planned on doing a show this year. I wanted to have my own contest, but
oh,
my
cool.
partner, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I was partnering with this lady. She runs shows in Hawaii, and it just have to wait. Maybe we can do it this upcoming year, or maybe next year.
that's awesome, man. Maybe I'll do your show one day.
Yeah, yeah, man. I really want to make it awesome, man. I really got a lot of ideas that people leave out. Um,
Yeah, you're thinking
yeah,
ahead, man. You're really like thinking wise right here, because a lot of athletes don't have that mindset, that the business mindset. And
that's the thing, man.
do you want to coach, like, because you like coaching and stuff? Is your dream to be like a pro bodybuilding coach, like taking guys to the Olympia, like your coach does, or more like lifestyle guys and regular athletes, amateurs? Because I know that takes a
No.
lot of time, like it takes a lot of effort. Like
Yeah,
when you're working with big athletes like that, you got to focus like 100% on them, kind of.
it's interesting, man. I don't know. I don't know how I would feel. I mean, if it happened, so I don't. It doesn't really matter to me if a person is like like a genetic freak. It's fun training genetic freaks because you get to see them change really really fast.
Hmm.
But I also like helping out like the mom and dads, like they're trying to lose weight, they're struggling, and then you teach them to do this, and then the weight starts to drop. So
Hmm.
they're both fun to work with. I think I would probably always want like a mix. You know what I mean? The only thing that matters
Hmm.
for me is or people they do what I say. They can well
Yeah.
they're like I don't mean like do it without any questions. That's that of me.
I know
I
what you
mean
mean. I
like
know what you mean,
yeah
bro. I know
yeah
what you mean. Because
yeah
people, they will be lying to you, right? They'll be like,
yeah
"Hey,
yeah
I'm doing
yeah
everything right," and then you're like, "Bro, I
hmm
see no changes. Like, am I
yeah.
fucking up, or this guy like lying to me right now?"
Exactly, exactly. So that's the only thing that matters to me, man. But it is fun and like it is like being able to coach people. I've been able to see like how different people react to different things, man. You got I have like some like natural clients that grow better than people on stuff. I have some people that are on gear that put on 20 pounds in off season, and I have some that put on like two. It's
Hmm.
just crazy. They like to put like things in boxes. And when you when you work with like hundreds of people, you start to see like it's not that simple. Like telling people
Hmm.
like, oh, this is gonna happen when you do this, or this is gonna happen when you do that, because everyone like responds differently, man.
True, dude. I have an idea for you. Right, we're gonna make bank here, bro. Just sell a posing ebook, teaching people how to freaking pose, man, like you, or or
We're
or a
working
course,
on it,
or
man.
videos, like, or an online video course. That's
And
that's
that's what I
that's
want to do, man.
yeah, that's a good thing for you, I
That's
think. Yeah.
my buddy. He already asked one, and he put out one, and just he did it so well. I don't want to rush it, so I gotta. Actually, I really just need to put time into it and do it. I've been kind of like I got filming some YouTube videos pretty soon.
Hmm.
This weekend, I'm going out to Orlando to a warehouse to film some posting stuff for YouTube, like tutorials and stuff to teach people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely an ebook is something on my mind to do. I probably end up doing two, like a beginner's posing one and an advanced one.
Awesome.
And
Awesome, dude. Okay, so
Yeah.
to finish it up, we have a lightning round, which is real fast questions, and
Alright.
it's really like simple questions, right? But
Yeah,
first,
yeah.
there's a guy in Brazil that people say that he looks like you, he poses like you. So
Really?
I'll show you him, and you gotta critique his physique, like in a
Oh
good
my
way, you know, like
God. In a good way.
just say what you think. Just say what you think. Like,
Yeah,
does he look good?
yeah.
What does he need to improve? Like a coach. O Gorgo.
Oi, coloca a foto de qual
Pega
atleta?
o do Edson.
O Edson?
Bota o escolhido. Falaram pra mim que ele lembra o Ruff.
Mas tem que pegar.
Let's see.
E aí, se quiser, pega uma do, sei lá, de algum outro atleta aí que a galera curte. O Edoc, Ramon. He's gonna put it up right here.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Do I need let me click?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Give me a second. It's like, okay, now I see him. Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's amateur still, right? And he's a guy that is really poor, right? So the
Okay.
YouTubers, we have
No, his vacuum's awesome. It seems like he's got a
they found him like selling candy on the streets, right?
hello?
Hello, can you hear us?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he likes posing a lot too.
No, he look okay. Here we go. Posing. That's freezing on me. Oh, there we go. His quads look crazy, man. He's got a really cool. He's got a really good taper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like that side trial looks really, really good.
Do you think he has potential to become pro?
See.
Can you hear me? Hey, Terrence? Não sei se ele tá me ouvindo. Mostra mais um.
Eu acho que a conexão dele caiu. Por causa que ficou...
Ah, ele travou.
Quer que mostre mais gente? Tipo o Ramon, o Edoc, o...
Mostra
Porque
o Ramon.
eu vi no Instagram dele que ele não... Poucos brasileiros que ele segue. Ele segue o Rafa Brandão, o Fiuza...
Aham. O Caio Botura.
Não.
Ele me segue, fi.
Ele começou tem pouco tempo.
Hey, you're back?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Não, ele me segue faz tempo. Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Okay.
Pergunta ele de novo se ele acha que ele pode virar
Yeah.
pro.
Okay, I asked you if you think he has potential to become pro.
No, he looks awesome, man. He's got a lot of potential, without a doubt. He can definitely get there, man.
What do you think he should improve on? Ih, será que ele caiu de novo?
Agora a imagem dele tá aparecendo.
What do you think he needs to improve on?
Yeah. Can't hear you again.
Não tá ouvindo.
Pergunta de novo.
Can you hear us?
I think maybe just a bit more size in the legs, in some shots. Maybe just a little bit more size. He's pretty symmetrical, you know. He doesn't need I haven't seen any back pictures, so
mostra uma foto das
I don't know what his
costas.
back looks like, but
que ele não viu as costas.
His arms look good. He's got a good vacuum. Quads look really good. Maybe a little bit more adductor.
Uhum. Ele falou que precisa talvez colocar um pouco mais de volume nas pernas, em algumas poses, como colocar mais no adutor.
Mano, não tem aqui. Só se estiver
Não
naquele
tem.
vídeo. Pera aí.
Ele queria ver as costas só também, mas que tem muito potencial. Não, esse vídeo não tem não,
Nesse
velho.
vídeo não tem, não?
Não. Já passou. Não, bota o Ramon. We're just gonna show you another guy that people really are going crazy here in Brazil about. He's really young too. He's a pro, but caralho, sumiu. Can you hear us now? Sorry, man. Ixi, velho.
So this guy's a
Tá
pro.
bom. Yeah, this guy is a pro. He never competed in the pro division though. He became a pro, but he hasn't made his pro debut.
It's still slow, but I can hear you.
Are you
Okay.
seeing? Okay, I think.
I mean, I
acho
can
que ele
see his
Uhum.
he's real thick in the chest. Yeah, he's got a lot of muscle in his chest and his arms. I think he needs some more in his lats from the rear.
Uhum.
Some more back business, but not. Yeah, he looks awesome, man.
Awesome. Falou que ele é bem, né, grossão, bem
Maybe a little bit more
bastante
in the
massa no
thigh.
bastante
Quads are
massa
real
no
good.
braço, no peito, falta um pouco de dorsal.
Yeah, he definitely has like an awesome like
His forearms are giant. Ok. Mano, vamos fazer.
Tem mais. O Edoc.
Mostra o EDOC, mas depois a gente faz a rodada, porque acho que essa transmissão acabou atrapalhando o áudio e tal. This is the last one. He's a pro as well, and he's got top 2 in a couple shows. I think it's Portugal. He gets really lean.
okay.
That's when he got top 2, I think. Back shot.
Hey, Kai.
What do you think? Tá bom. Did you see it?
There we go.
Eu acho que ele tá atrasadaço.
Back looks
Ixi, mano, acho que deu. Congelou de novo ele. Acho que ele viu, cara, mas ele tá. Parece que ele tá atrasado no bagulho, na transmissão. Para aí pra ver se melhora.
Travado.
If you can you okay. Alright, back. Can you hear me fine?
I think.
Did you see the last
Yeah,
one?
now it's better. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Did you see the last guy?
Yeah, he looked good. Yeah, no, he looked good. I saw the back pitch you put up. Say the only thing is maybe a little bit more bicep peak and lats. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Cool, man. I appreciate that. I'm gonna do the lightning round right now. Your camera is like sideways to me. Just try to flipping it, cause like you're horizontal, but okay, that's better.
There we go.
All right, cool. All right. So let's go. Favorite exercise?
Hack squats.
Body part that you like to train the most?
Arms.
one idol in the sport.
Jay Cutler.
Favorite cheat meal.
Sushi.
Yeah. One song that you would pick to hit a PR. Best song to hit a PR.
Oh man. Will by Jordan Lucas.
Yeah, that's a cool one. I like that guy. One book that you recommend.
Napoleon Hill. Outwitting the Devil.
Okay. One hobby.
Kayaking.
Okay, that's different. One advice that you will give someone that wants to become a pro athlete.
Consistency. It's a big thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. One dream.
Be retired and travel the world. Yeah.
And define success.
Oh God.
To you. That
success. Yeah. Oh man, success is. I mean, it's defined by the person. It's not just one person who defines success. You know, people can be successful a whole bunch of different things. You know, like for some people, being successful is just providing for their wife and kids. You know, some people being successful is being the best in their company or the best in their sport.
But to Terrence Ruffin, what is success?
But to me, success is man, I feel pretty successful now, but I think man, just continue. Like, I think for me, doing what you love and being able to provide for you and the ones you love is being successful.
Yeah, man, I agree completely with that. All right, I think we have some questions from the followers. Do Marco tem super chat?
Tem.
Okay, he's gonna read the super chats.
Oh, the first one is John Pedro Voltolini. Do you see a classic Brazilian? We have showed you. So let's the next. Gustavo Leal, Diesel. Do you think to work out heavy with right intensity, RPA, and relatively low volume is just right volume? How important is to train? How important is porque tá escrevendo, o cara escreveu tudo errado.
Ele escreveu em inglês ou em português?
Escreveu em inglês, mas escreveu tudo errado. How important it's to work out heavy to you?
Okay, how important? Let's put it that way. What do you think is more important, intensity or volume?
Intensity. So, like all the studies, the volume. So volume is important too, but I feel like more so than anything, it's intensity. Taking those sets close to failure or past failure is how you elicit growth. If you're too far away from reaching failure, you're not going to grow no matter how many sets you're doing or anything like that.
And do you use like RPEs, RERs on your training, or do you just go like to failure every set?
For me, I go to failure every set, but I realize that maybe I'm a little bit different because I do listen to a lot of the research, and most people, from what they say, can't do that. But I would tell people honestly, when there's a difference from stuff that's on paper and stuff is in the real world. In the real world, most people say they're going to failure, but they're really not. Like, I've trained a lot of people,
I agree.
and they say they go to failure, and I look at a video, and they've had 5 or 10 more reps in them. So I tell pretty much all my clients to go to failure, and then I kind of watch the videos and see how things go, and over time, then you can start to do like the RPEs and the RRs. But for most beginners, telling them that is not useful at all.
Yeah, because they don't know their body that well to be able to do it. Cool, bro. I like that. And so let me ask you a question. What do you think people in general, right, lifestyle people, like people in general, what do you think they're lacking the most, training or diet? Like, do you think they're doing enough in training and lacking on their diet, or they think they know how to diet but they're lacking in their training?
I think it's both, honestly. Honestly, I think it's honestly both. But I mean, if I had to pick, at least if you're dieting correctly, like if their goal is to lean out, you can do that. But I think I think the biggest thing may be focusing on diet first,
Mm-hmm.
just because if your training's good and your diet's off, you're still not gonna grow. You're still not gonna lean out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But if your diet's good, at least there's a better chance of it happening that way.
That makes sense. Yeah, because I just feel like most people, they, like you said, they think they know how to train, but once you go and train with them, you're like, bro, like
Ô,
you're
Caio,
not doing
man.
enough.
Caio, mas
Yeah, fala.
talvez mais aqui nos Estados Unidos o pessoal geralmente treina mais pesado, então o pessoal aí costuma errar mais na dieta, que é ao contrário do Brasil, que aqui ninguém treina pesado, todo mundo treina fofo.
Sim,
Entendeu?
pode crer. Não, é que ele falou que assim, que se você faz uma dieta, você tem mais chance de ficar seco fazendo um treino fofo
Sim,
do que se você
eu
erra na
entendi.
dieta e faz um treino bom,
É
entendeu?
porque talvez você tenha essa opinião, porque no Brasil o pessoal treina mais fofo do que nos Estados Unidos. Então, por isso que a visão deles de você vai nos
Pode
Estados Unidos,
crer.
o pessoal treina mais pesado, entendeu?
Pode crer.
Jefferson Dias. What was your inspiration to begin in bodybuilding? And do you think you will beat CBUM next Mr. Olympia? And what do you think about the shape of the earth?
I think so. Let me start. Inspiration was, like I said, Dexter, seeing him compete, seeing him in magazines. Yeah, I think I could beat Chris. I've beaten him before. But obviously, man, it's tough to say, man. Like, he made a lot of progress this past year. So it's just gonna be fun to see. Come the end of this year and at the Olympia, see how he looks again. And then the Earth. I think the Earth is round. I mean, that's what I think. I don't know.
Next year, are you only doing the Olympia or are you doing more shows? Right
Just
now,
the
do you know?
Olympia.
Just
Just
Olympia,
all.
ok.
And the shape of the earth.
Ele falou que é
Ah, não
redondo.
prestei atenção. Não prestei.
Brown.
Não, isso aqui eu não vou falar pra ele falar, não. O cara tá falando pra ele falar Love Piroca aqui, pô.
Não, tá louco.
Shape BR 3D. You're Huff, you're the one of my most favorite pose ever. You and Mohammed Markawi. You inspired me to practice with passion, science. Saw you at Toronto Pro.
Cool.
Yeah, just a nice message.
Yeah.
A última, cara.
Muhammad Markawi is one of my favorites too.
Who? Sorry?
Muhammad Markawi.
Okay.
I actually want to go see him. He lives in Toronto. It's not
cool.
too far at all. Yeah.
Acabou então?
Acabou.
Okay, man, that was it. I really appreciate your time. I appreciate you being in our podcast. I mean, we're from Brazil. We've never done a podcast like in English with a international athlete like you. Yeah, you're the first one. So I really hope people like it, and I hope we can do more. That was really interesting, for us here in Brazil to see a little bit more about your lifestyle, your perspectives on life, business, and bodybuilding. So really appreciate your time. I wish you all the success, man, and I really hope you win that title one year. So just now you have the time if you want to say anything, if you want to say where people can follow on Instagram or whatever. I think your Instagram has been on the screen the whole time, but you can just say bye.
Thanks for having me, guys. You can check me out on Rough Diesel on Instagram, YouTube, or my website roughdiesel.com. And I've been trying to get out to Brazil. I got a friend, Natalia Coelho.
Yeah, she lives here in Florida. Yeah.
I told her 2 years in a row, not this past year, but like in 2017 and 18, I was like, hey, set up. You're from there. It'll be easier for you to set up an event. And she always lets me down. So I'm calling her out. Calling her out right now. Natalia, if you want to put on the show, let's do it. Not a show, but a seminar we do it in Brazil. I would love to be out there. So,
Awesome.
yeah, thanks for
People
having
love
me.
to have you, man. All right, and if you need anything, let me know.
Sorry about my silence because my English is not very well, but I'm trying to
dude,
pay attention. But we're gonna post this video again with captions, subtitles.
Okay.
And sorry about that. Thank you
No,
for
it's okay.
coming
No.
here.
Thank you, man. Your English is much better than my Portuguese. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's okay. Ô Caio,
Shoot,
vamos conversar um pouco sobre essa live agora com o pessoal em português e deixar ele ir. Aí a gente fica trocando ideia com o pessoal aqui.
I mean, you can hang up now. We're just gonna talk to people a little bit about what we said that maybe they didn't understand that well, but
okay. Yeah,
thank you very much.
All right, man. I appreciate you having me.
See you, bro.
Vai. Fala, cara. Os caras estão me zoando aqui porque eu fiquei calado, velho. Vou falar o quê, mano? Vou falar o quê? Você tá envolvido na conversa e eu vou ficar atrapalhando pra fazer pergunta idiota? Tipo, uma coisa é fazer pergunta idiota pro Fabrizis, mano. Uma pergunta idiota pros caras que eu tenho intimidade. Outra coisa é ficar perguntando de terra plana pro cara que é top 2 do Olímpia que eu nem conheço, velho.
Mas se você quiser, pô, você me fala que eu pergunto, eu traduzo.
Não, dá pra perguntar, só, mas é que eu fico sem graça. Tipo, eu não conheço o cara, entendeu? É diferente.
Tô ligado. Não, é diferente, porque é um cara que a gente não conhece e ele não conhece
Pô,
a
eu
gente.
tinha várias piadas pra
audiência.
fazer, mano, mas ele acha sem graça. Os caras estão fazendo piada no chat aqui direto, tipo, perguntar se ele é parente de Van Diesel. Umas coisas idiota pedindo pra ele avaliar o shape do Fabrizis. Porra, vou ficar aqui atrapalhando. É lógico que ia ficar um climão sem graça, mano. Por isso que eu não falei nada.
Eu não quis também fazer piada, assim, por causa que, cara, no Instagram ele tava respondendo, mas ele tava respondendo, tipo,
muito sério.
Pouco, sabe? Poucas palavras. Aí eu falei, pô, eu não sei se o cara vai ser muito sério, se ele é mais de boa, porque não me conhece, né, mano? Então E o cara é pro, tá ligado? Sei lá, os caras são mais sérios mesmo. Mas, pô, foi da hora, mano. Ele falou umas coisas muito interessantes, cara. Ele falou uma parada que eu achei muito foda. Que, tipo assim, ele acha que o Olímpia, eles iam fazer o seguinte, eles iam pegar o top 5 de cada categoria e colocar eles num salário, tipo assim, até o próximo Olímpia. Pagar eles mensalmente e fazer eles viajar. Tipo assim, Chris, você vai pra Austrália fazer um seminário lá, gente, tipo, tudo pago, óbvio, pelo Olímpia.
Uhum.
E fazer esse trabalho de embaixadores pelo mundo, enquanto eles recebem um salário do Olímpia também pra isso, entende?
Uhum.
E aí, tipo, o diesel vai pra outro lugar e eles ficam assim o mundo todo, porque isso ajuda no esporte, o marketing total do esporte, conhecer mais os fãs, né, aparecer mais, e motiva os atletas,
nunca deu essa
né?
ideia, né, velho? E ninguém nunca deu
Não,
essa
eu
ideia.
falei, eu achei muito foda. Eu falei, caralho, você teve a melhor ideia que eu já vi na minha vida sobre isso. E ele falou também, né, que ele não acha que é justo o que eles ganham, o Classic Physique, que é muito abaixo do que devia ser. Ele falou que o ideal seria se fosse 80 mil pro primeiro lugar, que seria cerca de 20% do que os Open ganham, né?
Sim.
Mas a gente falou bastante da dieta dele, inspirações, ele falou muito de business, né? Tipo, que ele nunca teve um trabalho, tipo assim, ele serviu no exército e depois ele já começou no bodybuilding.
Ele começou com 19 anos mesmo ou 18? 19?
19 anos ele começou a treinar.
Ele tem 29 anos agora, não é?
27.
7? Ah, não,
ele falou, ele tá 8 anos só no esporte. E ele falou que ele, no primeiro mês de academia, ele ganhou 10 pounds, né? Tipo, 5 quilos.
Eu vi isso. Eu tava começando a, tipo assim, velho. Eu comecei, bem lá no comecinho, o pessoal tava pedindo pra traduzir.
Uhum.
Aí eu tava mudo aqui e começava a falar do que vocês estavam falando. Só que aí eu atrapalhava quem tava prestando atenção no inglês e entendendo o inglês. Então eu fiquei, tipo, não sabia o que eu fazia, entendeu?
Entendi.
Porque se eu ficasse falando, ia atrapalhar pra caralho, porque ninguém ouvia o que ele tava falando também. Por isso que eu fiquei caladão também.
Pode crer. Não, de boa, foi da hora, cara. Falamos bastante da vida dele, ele falou que ele precisa melhorar, ele falou que, né, do Olímpia, eu achei uma coisa interessante também, que ele falou que, tipo assim, ele falou que se ele ganhar o Olímpia, ele se aposenta, tá ligado? Tipo assim, ele não é aqueles cara que tá, tipo, querendo ganhar o Olímpia 10 vezes. Ele falou assim, cara, eu acho que se eu ganhar o Olímpia, eu me aposento. Tipo assim, ganhar uma vez e me aposento.
Chegou o objetivo da vida e tchau.
Porque ele quer focar nos business dele, tipo, ele tem um coaching, né, de business de coaching, então ele é coach, quer ampliar essa empresa dele, fazer mais coisas e tal, ele tem uma visão do marketing, do bodybuilding, muito mais ampla do que a maioria dos atletas, sabe, tipo, realmente investir na imagem dele, o YouTube dele, você viu que ele tava
por causa
investindo
disso,
em
você perguntou
câmera.
do Kai Green também. O que ele achou do Kai
Isso.
Green ter deixado de competir, se ele acha que ele fez certo.
Ele fala, depende do como você tá olhando. Se ele quisesse ser Mr. Olympia, ele fez uma cagada. Mas se o cara tá querendo ganhar dinheiro e tal, ele foi pro caminho certo, né? E ele falou que se inspirou muito no Kai Green, questão de poses. Ele começou se inspirando no Dexter Jackson bastante, né? Quando ele comprou a primeira revista de bodybuilding dele, tava o Dexter Jackson na capa. Ele se inspira muito nele. O ídolo dele é o Jay Cutler, né? Ele falou na rodada Relâmpago, mas que ele se inspirou sempre muito no Dexter, no bodybuilding total.
Até
E ele
na
ganhou o
parte-
Procard dele na categoria bodybuilding. E ele falou que ele já ganhou do CBUM antes, quando eles eram amadores. No passado ele já ganhou do CBUM uma vez.
Sim,
Então ele
sim.
fala que acha que consegue ganhar de novo.
O shape dele é muito estético, né, cara? A cintura dele é muito fina.
Uhum.
Eu acho que ele pode ganhar nisso.
Não, sim, ele falou que ele precisa melhorar o braço, que ele acha que é bastante que ele precisa melhorar, um pouco mais de posterior de coxa, e no geral o volume, né? Colocar mais volume mesmo.
Sim, é o que basicamente todos têm que fazer, né? Os caras têm que
Uhum.
basicamente bodybuilding é isso, né, velho? Todos os
Sim.
anos você tem que botar mais volume e tentar preservar sua linha.
Uhum.
O que
E ele
nem
falou
todos conseguem
que
fazer, né?
os pontos fracos dele sempre foram os mesmos. Tipo, desde que ele entrou na academia, ele tá tentando melhorar esses mesmos pontos fracos, tá ligado?
É engraçado que o ponto fraco dele é um músculo que ele gosta de treinar, igual no caso o braço, né?
Sim.
Falou que ele gosta de treinar o braço.
Uhum. Exato. Genética é foda, mas Pô, gente boa, cara. Eu gostei de trocar ideia. Foi bacana, velho. Foi bacana. É um cara um pouco mais fechado, assim, né? Porque eu
Sim,
acho que
sim.
também, né, não conhece a gente e tal. Mas eu vi que ele foi soltando aos poucos. Que ele foi
Sim,
gostando, assim.
no meio pra lá ele já tava mais de boa. No
Sim.
começo você teve que puxar bastante, né? Senão não ia sair.
Eu achei que no começo ia durar meia hora, porque ele tava respondendo rapidão as paradas, né? Porque às vezes o cara também não saca que é uma troca de ideia. Os caras acham que é uma entrevista mesmo, né?
Sim, sim.
Mas foi bacana, velho. Falou um pouco da dieta, falou que ele faz dieta flexível,
Sim, eu
né?
vi
Só que
na parte lá.
uma dieta flexível mais conservadora.
Digamos, ele basicamente faz a dieta flexível, mas nunca basicamente substitui por lixo, né? Ele faz, tipo assim, substitui arroz por batata, por aveia,
Uhum.
mas não chega
Sim.
cagando no pau, né? Colocando uma pizza.
Ele falou que ele gosta muito de. Tipo assim, eu perguntei, você come as mesmas coisas todos os dias em preparação? Ele falou, não, velho, porque eu faço dieta flexível, então todo dia é diferente. Tipo, ele não tem um cardápio, vamos dizer assim.
Sim.
Mas ele tem uma ideia do que ele precisa comer por refeição e falou que ele não.
Basicamente ele faz as refeições planejadas, digamos assim, de um cardápio, mas
Uhum.
ele substitui os alimentos da refeição, né? Vamos
Sim.
supor, igual por exemplo, hoje no meu caso, eu tinha que comer 100 gramas de arroz só, hoje é dia de low carb. 4 ovos inteiros e 4 claras. Aí, em vez de eu comer arroz, eu tava muito sem tempo, eu fiz batata na airfryer, mas não é batata congelada, tá? Dessa vez foi tipo assim,
Uhum.
quando eu tô em preparação, eu não uso mais aquela batata congelada, não. Eu prefiro pegar a batata mesmo, que ali não tem nada, né, velho? Tipo, é só a
Uhum.
batata mesmo e vai na airfryer e foda-se.
E ele falou também que ele não fez cardio nesse último Olímpia, para esse último Olímpia, e que ao longo da carreira dele ele teve que fazer cada vez menos cardio em preparação. Ele fazia muito no começo,
Ele
e
falou que
toda a preparação que ele faz menos e menos e menos. Então é interessante ver isso, né, velho?
E
Porque
ele
às vezes
come
o cara acha
2.500
que
calorias, ele falou, tipo, 300 gramas de proteína, 50 a 60 de
de
gordura,
gordura e
e o resto,
180. Ele falou que o mínimo que ele chegou de carbo, né? O mínimo que ele teve que comer de carbo foi 180 gramas por dia.
que dá 2.500 calorias mesmo, né, se for olhar.
É,
Por
é.
aí. Não é isso que ele falou mesmo? Foi.
Sim. E sem cardio, sem nada. Então, da hora, velho. Tipo,
Ele,
um
querendo ou
cara.
não, a genética dele, é claro que em níveis diferentes, né? Mas o Leris tem uma
Uhum,
genética parecida, né? O Leris não pode
sim.
fazer cardio, né? O Leris faz
É.
muito pouco cardio. E
Uhum,
quando vai fazer mesmo é tipo só no último mês e ele faz
uhum.
muito pouco, né?
E ele falou também que ele acha que cardio em jejum não serve pra nada. Tipo assim, eu falei, você faz cardio quando? Em jejum? Outro horário? Ele falou, eu fazia em jejum até eu perceber que não muda nada, tá ligado?
Ah, mas a gente já sabe, né, cara, que tipo assim,
Não, sim.
a parada do cardio em jejum, fisiologicamente faz sentido algumas coisas, mas na prática
Uhum,
a gente não vê
uhum,
diferença, né? Porque nosso corpo é uma máquina de sobreviver. Então você vai gastar 400 calorias em jejum ou depois do treino, é,
uhum.
independente se ali na hora do cardio tá queimando mais gordura, que não sei o quê, porque o glicogênio tá baixo. Se você fizer no pós-treino, cara, tipo assim, seu corpo vai usar a energia de algum lugar, mas no final do dia dá na mesma. Porque,
Uhum.
né, eu gosto de fazer cardio em jejum, mas é porque é um jeito que eu gosto de começar o dia. Eu não me sinto fraco nem nada. E pra mim eu acho massa, é uma hora que eu vejo vídeo, que eu ouço podcast,
Sim.
que eu
Não, eu,
penso
eu
na
gosto de
vida.
fazer cardio de jejum também porque atrasa a minha primeira refeição. Eu acordo, vou tomar meus termogênicos, vou fazer cardio, fico ali vendo vídeo. Aí depois eu vou cozinhar minha refeição. Tipo, é uma parada que é um ritual pra começar meu dia, quando eu tenho preparação. Uma parada que me deixa, tipo, mais focado, assim, no dia. Já começa o dia bem, tá ligado?
Sim.
É.
E é isso, tipo assim, a gente sabe que. E muita coisa também, né, cara, que a gente vê no bodybuilding, é, eu acho isso da hora, que é assim, a gente basicamente copia o que os caras tops fazem, né? Muitas vezes ainda
Uhum,
nem tem estudo, talvez vai ter estudo daqui 20 anos provando que uma coisa faz ou não sentido. É o que
uhum,
sempre vem acontecendo, igual, por exemplo, sei lá, parte de treino, a parte de cardio, é, a parte de alimentação, a gente acaba copiando os caras que já têm sucesso, né?
uhum.
Igual, por exemplo, mano, igual o Kaique come tilápia e aspargo, né?
Sim.
Em tese, 200 gramas de tilápia vai dar, tipo assim, uns 180 de frango. Não vai mudar praticamente macro nenhum. Mas,
É.
porra, aí você pensa assim, mano, eu vou competir. Eu vou ficar 3 meses me fudendo. Não tem diferença do frango pra tilápia. Mas, porra, o Kaique come tilápia. Não vou querer, tipo assim, na sorte,
Sim.
tá ligado? Porque você sofre muito pra
Uhum,
competir, mano. Então, se
uhum,
você
uhum.
ficar. Você tá ligado que eu tô falando? Tipo assim, a gente
Tô
não
ligado.
quer errar por causa que a gente
Sim.
sabe o tempo. Não, igual, tipo assim, você chega na última semana, mano, você faz tudo certo. Porque você fala, porra, eu já tomei no cu 3 meses. Pra errar
Uhum.
agora?
Não, e você fica puto se uma coisinha sai fora do controle, tá ligado? Tipo assim, se. Sei lá, velho, você contou água errada um dia, tá ligado? Você fala, putz, mano, esqueci, se eu bebi 6 ou 7 litros. Você fica bolado, você fala, caralho, velho, puta que pariu, velho, puta, fudeu.
Fudeu.
Eu não sei se falta 1 litro só ou se falta 2, o que
Vou
que eu
beber
faço?
dois, vou beber dois. Beber das
É,
dúvidas.
foda. Você fica noiadão, mano.
E o
Que é
que você
normal,
falou
né,
que eu achei
mano?
muito massa também, que é a parada que você falou que, tipo assim, bodybuilding é massa, mas hoje em dia, se perguntar pra. Você falou 100%, né? Mas
Uhum.
99,9% das pessoas querem ter o shape do CBUM, né, velho? Assim, que é o
Uhum.
shape clássico.
Sim.
Que é o. Mano, aquilo é o estético perfeito, né, cara? Men's
Uhum.
Physique hoje em dia também já tá ficando igual o clássico, só que de bermuda. Eu acredito que se pegar os top do clássico, né, e colocar eles de bermuda, eu acho que
Sim.
tipo assim, o top 10 do Men's Physique seria tipo assim, os
Aham.
clássicos, mais os ali do Men's Physique misturado, entendeu? Porque os caras da Men's
É,
Physique estão ficando cabulosos. Você pegar no começo da
sim.
Men's Physique, quando era lá o Jeremy Buendia e tal,
Uhum.
mano, com aquele shape, velho, hoje ele não arruma nada. Né, o Jeff Sage já foi pro Olympia, mano. Jeff Sage, tá
Sim.
ligado? Jeff Sage, mano. Né? Ou seja, hoje o Jeff Sage não pega nem. Ele nem classifica
Nem
pro Olympia.
classifica, nem
Outro cara
classifica.
também, né, que na época, se for pegar o shape dele na época, é o. Perna de salsicha lá que aquele cara
O
gosta de zoar.
Sadik,
O
Sadik.
Sadik. O Sadik também, na classe, você pega assim, o abdômen dele era tipo assim, ele tava seco e tal, mas ele não tinha quase gomo nenhum no abdômen, sabe? Não, não era nada
Uhum.
demais comparado com hoje.
Sim, bem diferente, mano. É, a evolução da categoria é sinistra. Se você pode, até se você olhar o campeão do ano passado, de 2019 pro campeão de 2020, que é o Ciban,
Mano,
parece que o
eu vou
cara
até colocar
mudou
essa
10
foto, mano.
anos, velho.
Essa
Parece que o
foto,
cara saiu
mano.
de natural pra
Mano,
harmonizado, velho. Tipo, a evolução
essa
do mesmo
foto eu
cara,
fiquei,
mano.
essa foto eu fiquei impressionado, mano. Vou colocar até na tela aí pros caras ver. Eu falei,
Nossa.
caralho, mano, o cara se humilhou. Eu até postei nos meus
Ele,
stories.
ele se humilhou, velho.
Tipo assim,
Não tem base.
o cara pegou o
Não
shape
tem
dele
base,
mesmo.
mano.
Olha isso, cara. Olha
Mano, não
vocês que
tem
estão na
lógica,
live aí, mano,
velho.
se tem lógica. O
Mano,
cara
não tem
pegou.
lógica o que ele fez, velho.
Olha isso, velho. O cara. Tipo assim, e quando ele
E um
falou.
ano, velho. Um ano, mano.
Não, e quando ele falou que aqui, né, na esquerda, ele tava 80% do que ele tinha capacidade, todo mundo falou, nossa, esse cara se acha demais, mano, tomar no cu. Então quer dizer que ele foi campeão com 80%. E eu acho da hora que, basicamente, ele calou a boca de todo mundo, mano, porque eu acho que isso aqui não é nem 60%, velho. Tá ligado? Ou seja...
Não, velho, cara, não, é bizarro, velho, é bizarro. Tipo, o Brion ficou falando, né, o tempo todo. Ah, ele não tem costa, ele não tem braço, não sei o quê. Tipo, mas é porque ele tava se baseando no ano passado, velho. Você nunca pode basear o cara no passado, porque, velho, o cara tá mudando todo dia, tá ligado? Não dá pra você saber, tipo, não dá pra você prever como é que o cara vai aparecer no ano seguinte.
Sim, mano,
Tudo
igual
mudar,
você falou, parece que o cara saiu de amador pra pro, tá ligado? É igual você pegar a evolução do EDOC. Olha só, vou colocar aqui do lado. EDOC. Você pega a evolução do EDOC, foram de anos, cara. Igual essa foto que eu acho massa, quer ver? Vou colocar aqui pro pessoal ver. Ó, cadê a foto? EDOC. Tem uma do lado da outra, um monte de foto.
Ah, tem uma de costas, que você mostrou pro cara também.
Aqui, essa aqui, ó. Tá vendo?
Uhum.
Foram anos melhorando, cara. Foram anos
Sim.
melhorando. E já dá uma diferença absurda que impressiona, né? Aqui, ó.
Exatamente. Não, e olha só. Não, volta, rapidão, volta. Rapidão. Ó, saiu de 78 pra 95, correto?
Sim.
O CBUM, sabe o que ele fez?
Ah.
Ele não mudou de peso, velho. Ele tem que bater o mesmo peso.
É verdade. Mas
ele tem que bater o mesmo peso.
Ou seja, ele basicamente fez o que eu quero fazer, né? No caso, só que em outra escala, né? Que é subir mais ou menos com o mesmo peso, só que bem mais seco, né, cara? Isso que é o que dá pra fazer, né?
Sim.
É, essa foto aqui também, ó. Dá pra ver uma evolução absurda. Olha a perna do cara.
Dá. Não, o glúteo
E, ó,
dele.
ele sempre. E aqui é o mais da hora, que é do CBUM, na primeira ele não tá tão seco. Na segunda ele tá seco pra caralho. Então já parece 20 vezes maior. E o EDOC, ele sempre tá seco.
Sempre tá muito seco.
Você pode ver aqui que na primeira ele tá seco pra caralho. A gente consegue ver pelo glúteo, né? Fibra nas costas aqui e tal. E aqui é a mesma coisa. Tá seco igual, mas com bem mais volume. Né? Então eu acho isso massa pra caralho, mano. Bodybuilding eu acho massa é por causa disso, cara. Tipo assim, a pessoa, você sempre tá evoluindo, né, cara? A gente busca sempre evoluir. Eu acho isso massa demais.
Não, eu achei muito louco, cara, porque, tipo assim, ele é um cara muito tranquilo. Tipo, ele é um cara que ele ama bodybuilding, mas dá pra ver que esse não é a vida dele. Tipo assim, bodybuilding.
Tá falando de quem agora?
Do Ruff.
Ah,
Ruff
tá.
Diesel. Tipo, ele quer ter os negócios dele e tal, ele curte viajar ao mundo. Ele falou que, tipo, sabe, vai focar só no OLYMPIA agora.
Até o top 5 tem vaga garantida, né? Todas as categorias?
Sim, top 5 qualifica automaticamente. E se você é Mr. Olympia, você qualifica pro resto da vida.
É isso.
Mas... velho, achei legal, foi interessante, tá ligado?
Menos
tipo,
o Kaique, né? O Kaique foi o primeiro aí, então... ele já tá classificado pro Mr. Olympia de 2021 antes de fazer 2020.
Sim.
Porque ele ganhou o Muscle Contest Brasil, né? E por causa disso ele já... E só que esse daí já contava pontos pro calendário de 2021. Então o Kaique já tá classificado. E vai ser foda, mano. O Kaique agora tá fazendo um off bolado. E... tô ansioso, cara.
Um podcast que daria muita resenha, muita conversa com o Andre. Que ele fala pra caralho, velho.
Mas nós temos que pensar numa logística melhor aí, cara. Porque o pessoal fica boiando no chat.
Mano,
tipo, eu vou ser bem sincero com você. Eu entendo 80% que vocês estão falando. Mas se eu começar a traduzir... Eu não sou tradutor profissional, mano. Eu vou ficar boiando.
É difícil. Nem eu consigo traduzir rápido, assim. É difícil, velho.
Porque uma coisa é você ouvir uma conversa em inglês e entender. Outra coisa é você ouvir e traduzir. Igual esses caras que fazem isso aí, os caras são profissionais, velho.
Sim. Não, e mesmo assim tem umas falhas, tá ligado? Tipo, você vê que os caras se embolam às vezes. Sim. Porque tem que ser rápido e você tá pensando em inglês, aí você tem que traduzir, você esquece como é que traduz. Mas é que assim, é o que a gente falou, velho. Tipo, ia ser em inglês a parada, depois a gente solta os cortes legendados aí, tenta legendar depois a live, porque não tem como a gente ficar fazendo, tipo assim, ficar pausando toda hora o podcast pra ficar traduzindo.
O pessoal tava falando aqui que o pessoal da Muscle Contest fez isso, mas você acha que isso é legal ou não? Vamos fazer uma enquete,
velho,
cara. Vamos fazer
pra
uma...
mim pode ser, mas eu acho que quebra a conversa, tá ligado? Tipo, eu acho que quebra o clima. Tipo, o cara, ele vai ficar falando pra esperar se traduzir. Tipo, não é aquela conversa que vai fluir tanto, saca? Vai ser, tipo, pergunta pontual e traduzir. Pergunta,
Ou
traduz. Pergunta,
então, uma
traduz.
coisa que ouvi alguém falando aqui na, no, no chat, a gente fazer o podcast offline e postar.
E postar traduzido.
Postar com legenda.
Pode ser também.
Não
Pode
sei,
ser.
cara. Só que aí não vai ter interação com o pessoal, né? Pra saber o que eles querem perguntar, nem isso, né?
Mano, eu acho que, tipo, é um jeito aí de vocês também tentar treinar um pouquinho o inglês de vocês, de alguma forma. E a gente vai depois, tipo assim, se você não quer assistir ao vivo, não consegue acompanhar ao vivo, vem depois, a gente tenta achar alguém pra colocar as legendas no YouTube, porque dá pra fazer isso, cara. A gente coloca as legendas aqui nesse mesmo vídeo que a gente fez agora, que tá ao vivo
Gente,
aí.
então é isso. Eu acho que é
E aí vocês
melhor.
voltam com closed captions. E aí os cortes, como eu falei, sai legendado já.
Vai ter que ser isso. Mas é igual o Axel Tijuca falou que dá pra escrever no chat. Não dá, mano. Não dá, porque se eu começar a traduzir escrevendo ao vivo, eu vou perder o resto. Não dá, velho. Tipo assim, quem entende inglês entendeu a conversa, cara. Igual eu falei, meu inglês não é. O meu inglês é um pouquinho melhor que o do Chevy. Então, assim, deu pra entender 80% da conversa. Mas se você souber o inglês básico ou mediano, dá pra entender alguma coisa. Eu acho legal também que quando o Caio fala, eu entendo 100%, porque o Caio é brasileiro, né? Então, querendo ou não, parece que é bobeira, mas ele não tem esse gingado que tem ainda mais do inglês, por exemplo, dos americanos, ainda mais quando o cara é negro. Geralmente os caras falam mais. É difícil acompanhar o que o cara tá falando, mas dá pra entender.
Sim, sim. Não, eu tô ligado. Mas é
Ou
isso, a gente
então,
também...
ou então o que a gente pode fazer é arrumar algum
Por exemplo,
moderador que fala inglês fluente pra ele ir traduzindo no chat. Aí a gente deixa ele com a bandeirinha azul, igual tá o Axel Tijuca aqui, o Hugo.
Não, pega um cara, é que digitar é complicado, mas daria pra pegar um cara pra você abrir uma outra tela aqui no Discord, ele faz um compartilhamento de tela e ele fica escrevendo, redigindo no próprio bagulho, entendeu? Em vez de ser no chat.
Sim, a gente vai pensar em alguma coisa, galera, mas vocês têm que ter um pouquinho de
Ou a
paciência
gente pode colocar
também,
uma tradutora de Libras aqui, aí o pessoal aprende Libras em vez de aprender inglês.
fazendo jutsu. Mas aqui, o Axel falou que a próxima vez ele faz, é só marcar. O Axel vai tentar fazer nos comentários. Mas, galera, tem um pouquinho de paciência, porque é difícil fazer isso. A primeira vez que a gente trouxe algum americano, né?
Eu acho que foi da hora, porque, pô, a gente trouxe um top 2 do Olímpia, velho, sabe? Tipo, e novamente, por mais que talvez você não conseguiu ver o conteúdo ao vivo, você ainda vai conseguir ver e entender a parada, porque a gente vai legendar e vai postar os cortes legendados. Então fica tranquilo, cara. Vocês não vão perder esse conteúdo, tá ligado?
Sim, porque ao vivo aqui, sinceramente, cara, é mais pra quem entende um pouco. Vocês podem ficar aqui zoando no chat, eu tô nem, mano, gostava de enchendo meu saco, falando Gorgonoide, MC mudinho, Gorgonoide não fala nada, Gorgonoide vai abrir a boca, não, Gorgonoide deu nem bom dia, não sei o que lá. Mano, foda-se, eu tô nem não, velho, pode zoar à vontade. Mas, assim, quem vai entender mesmo ao vivo é quem fraga inglês, velho. Quem tiver aqui no chat e tal, igual o Hugo falou aí, né, que ele pode tentar traduzir simultâneo enquanto tá na conversa.
É porque assim, a gente vai pensar, mas se vocês, tipo, se você achar muito ruim e não gostar, a gente não vai trazer mais ninguém da gringa, tá ligado? Tipo, nenhum atleta assim. E eu acho que é interessante pegar esse conteúdo, sabe?
Mesmo
tipo,
igual, por exemplo, a média do Brain Games aqui, se a pessoa é desconhecida, já dá uns 2.000, 2.500 online. Quando a pessoa já é conhecida no meio, dá de 3.000 a 4.000. E quando é alguém mais, tipo assim, que tem muito, sei lá, que vocês estão querendo muito, aí passa de 7.000, né? Fica 6, 7.000, ou dependendo vai até mais. Mas a gente não vai deixar de fazer porque tá tendo menos pessoas online, não, cara. Porque o intuito do Brain Games por mais que a gente saia muito aí notícia de treta aí, mas o nosso intuito não é fazer treta, nosso intuito é conversar com qualquer um. Mano, igual a gente fez podcast aqui, por que vocês não assistem? O com o professor de inglês, tá ligado? Ele é o que tem menos view. E a gente vai continuar fazendo, cara. Com pessoas, independente da quantidade de
Claro, velho. A gente precisa de 3 convidados por semana, tá ligado? A gente quer passar conteúdo. E a gente não quer que o podcast. Velho, tipo, cara, a gente não é bobo. A gente
Mano,
não vai ficar
pera aí, ó. Você falou aí no Ironberg é 20.000 online. Eu não sei qual Ironberg que você viu, não, mano. Tá? Porque os últimos lá Não tá dando isso aí online, não. Então depende de quem vai lá. A gente já colocou
Mas que
16.
tem a ver? A gente
Não,
não
é
tá
que.
comparando.
É, não, eu tô falando. Igual, por exemplo, aqui a gente tem 60 mil inscritos. O Renato Cariano tem 2 milhões. Se quiser comparar, é idiotice,
É.
né, velho? Então, cada podcast é de um jeito, velho. Não adianta você querer comparar. A gente tá aqui pra somar, ué.
E tipo, velho, eu acho que, pô, a gente trouxe pela primeira vez num podcast brasileiro um top 2 do Mr. Olympia, velho. Tá ligado? Tipo assim, a gente fez algo inédito, cara. Sabe?
Não, não é Nash não, que o Chris Bumster foi lá na Muscle Contest.
Não, mas lá, a Mansa Contas eles não falam que é um podcast, é uma live, né? São lives que eles fazem. Não é eles não têm um podcast, assim, tipo, que eles
Sim,
trazem periodicamente e
recorrente,
tal.
faz pouca coisa.
Sim, mas tudo bem. Também os caras trazem vários caras da hora lá. Mas, tipo assim, a gente tá abrindo esse leque, sabe, pra esses caras. E o Ruff Diesel em questão não foi pra nenhum podcast brasileiro ainda. Então foi inédito aqui ele no
Sim,
nosso
com
podcast.
certeza.
Então, tipo, a gente tá tentando trazer pessoas bacanas, pessoas interessantes. E, infelizmente, tem a barreira da língua, né? E a gente vai burlar ela aí com as legendas nos cortes e tudo mais. Mas ao vivo é isso, cara. Tipo, a gente tá tentando fazer o nosso melhor aqui pra trazer um conteúdo diferenciado pra vocês. Eu sei que tem muita gente que também entende inglês que consegue assistir e curtir a conversa.
E é isso,
Não
então,
é todo
cara.
mundo, mas paciência.
Então deixa o like aí, galera. Se inscrevam no canal, sigam o Ruff Diesel, ficou na tela aí o tempo todo, né? Pra quem não chegou aqui atrasado, essa live começou, né? Esse podcast começou 11 da manhã. Sexta-feira é com o Iago Martins, lá do Dois Dedos de Teologia. E o Brain Games tá saindo vários podcasts aí, cara. O Iago já foi uns 3, 4 podcasts, citou a gente.
Sério, cara?
Sério, ele citou a gente no Flow, citou a gente no Inteligência Limitada e mais um outro aí. E vamos lá, vai ser legal.
Hoje tem live na twitch.tv/BaturaPlays com Gorgonoid.
E aqui, hoje tem outra coisa, cara. É amanhã, né? Quinta-feira, a gente tá no podcast lá do Marcelo Brigadeiro. 9 horas da noite. Tá? Eu já vou estar em São Paulo. Provavelmente lá na casa do Toguro, porque lá a internet é boa. E eu acho que vai ser da hora.
Fechou.
Novidades vem aí. Não se esqueçam. E é nóis, velho. Tô postando vídeo direto no meu canal, praticamente um por dia. O Caio tá aí fazendo vídeo pra 60 canais ao mesmo tempo. Tem Twitch, tem canal com a Roller, tem o canal dele.
Live todo dia, vídeos no canal Botura Clips do Cortes da Twitch todo dia. E eu vou postar um vídeo meu lá de um corte de eu reagindo a uns vídeos meu chapado antigo. Tá da hora.
É nóis. Ah, tem um canal de cortes também, mano. Esqueci.
É o que eu falei, o Botura Clips, o canal de cortes.
Então é isso, galera. Espero que vocês tenham gostado desse Brain Games. Quem conversa inglês aí aproveitou mais. Mas a gente vai dar um jeito de legendar aqui, aí depois vocês voltam aqui e assistam. A gente avisa lá no Instagram, né, Caio, quando a legenda estiver funcionando.
Fechou.
E eu acho que vai ser massa. É nóis, tamo junto.
Mano, calma aí. Se alguém quiser se disponibilizar pra, tipo, vir aqui nesse vídeo e botar a legenda, que qualquer um pode, né, Gorgo? Você sabe que tem colaborador pra isso.
Sim.
Tá ligado? Então, se alguém quiser se disponibilizar, a gente paga. Então, tipo, fala com a gente, sei lá, no DM, em algum lugar, tem um e-mail lá no Instagram do Brain Games. Se você quiser fazer esse trampo pra gente, a gente conversa. Pra vocês fazerem isso aí, a gente paga vocês por esse trampo, velho. Porque aí já faz mais rápido, porque eu e o Google a gente tem tempo limitado, mano.
Só ver aqui um negócio aqui. Só ver um negócio. Deixa eu ver se o e-mail tá aqui. Ah, tá, o e-mail que tá aqui tá errado. Mas o e-mail é braingames@gmail.com, se eu
Não é. Eu acho que é contato Brain Games. Mas tá lá, cara. Não tá lá, não?
Não, na descrição aqui do nosso canal não tá, não. Mas lá no Instagram tá. Beleza? Então,
no
galera, no Instagram tem um e-mail correto lá. Só mandar um e-mail lá. Eu acho que é contato@braingames@gmail.com. Deixa eu ver se é isso mesmo. Só procurar aqui no Brain Games. Espera aí, um segundo. É isso mesmo, galera. Ó, é contato braingames, tudo junto, @gmail.com. Contato braingames@gmail.com. Beleza, galera? Então é isso aí. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. É nóis, tamo junto e fui.
Tamo junto, man.